Hi all you crafty people, thanks for coming back to SewKraftyNotions.com sewing studio. I am going to show you today how to use a zipper foot to sew a zipper and a bag. Stick around. So today I'm going to show you how to use a zipper foot to sew a zipper inside of a bag. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe below because I don't want you to miss any of my upcoming videos. And visit my website at SewKraftyNotions.com where you can find really cool sewing, crafting, embroidery, and knitting tools. So let's go sew a zipper inside of a bag.
Thanks for joining me again in the sewing studio. So today I'm going to be showing you how to sew a zipper in the top of a bag. And first I wanted to just talk for a minute or so about zippers. Now, of course, zippers come in all different sizes. And when you go to the store to look for a zipper, of course, you want to try and find something that's going to match your project. But something to kind of keep in mind is if you're not making something that is 15 inches across and you don't need a 15-inch long zipper, then don't buy one because you're going to pay way more for it. This is a 7-inch, and you can see on the bottom there it has a price code. And, you know, this is a 9-inch and it has a different price code. And I think this was just like a little over $1.50 or something like this. And this one here was over $1 more. So that's something to keep in mind. Don't spend more money than what you need to for the project that you're working on. Anyway, with that said, I just wanted to show you that. If the only zipper that you have is a really long zipper, then don't worry about it. Just use it because all you have to do is lay your zipper in place, measure off the length that you need, and snip off the end. Now, before you do that, I like to take where this little brad is in there in the end, that's your zipper stop. I like to either put a pin in there so that the zipper doesn't come undone, or you can even zigzag across that to keep it from coming apart. But you definitely want to do something or you're going to end up with two separate pieces. Anyway, that's something for you to think about. So today I'm going to be making this bag for my grandson. It's lined, super easy little pouch to make, and I thought it was a perfect project to use to show you how to put a zipper in the top of a bag. Okay, so I've taped down that zipper, that's my tip, so that it's not moving around on you when you're trying to sew it, because if you try and pin all the way down on the zipper, it's actually going to move your zipper a little bit, and it might cause a little bit of uneven sewing. So I went ahead and taped that down, and I went ahead and just pinned this end piece right here because this one is taped, so it shouldn't move too much. I love these clips. I use them for everything. I'm going to go ahead and use a couple clips just to hold it in place because I'm going to put my liner piece right sides together. And you want to make sure that your top and bottom line up real good because you don't want it coming out wonky on you. So I'm going to go ahead and hold that there. Use my craft clip there. I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way down here so I know it's not moving on me when I go to sew. Okay, so we're just going to sew the one side, and we want to make sure that our right sides are together. And of course we tape down the zipper. But before we do anything, I want to show you this is your zipper foot. And I don't want you to be intimidated to use this because this is going to make it so much easier to put a zipper in anything that you're doing. It makes it so much neater, and if you try to use the regular standard sewing foot that comes with your machine, it's not going to allow you to get close enough to the zipper to sew. You're going to be way over here when you could have been here close to the zipper and having a much nice, neater look to your project. So when you look at the zipper foot, you can see that it has this bar, which most of the presser feet that go to your sewing machine have, because that bar is what clicks into your, when you press this little button back here, it releases any presser foot that attaches to your sewing machine. But if you look at it, it has this channel in it, and that allows you to be able to move the zipper foot from one side to the other. So you can do this side of the zipper and then move the zipper foot over to this side of that channel and be able to do the other side of the zipper and get up close. So don't be afraid to use this, because it's going to make it really easy for you to finish off your project. So I'm going to be working on the right side of the zipper, and so it's kind of the opposite on your zipper foot. So if you're working on the right side of your project, you want to put your zipper foot in the left channel, because that's going to allow you to get that zipper foot right up against the edge of the zipper, and it's going to give you a nice tight stitch there. I'm going to go forward just a little bit and then reverse and go forward again. And once you start to feel, you can kind of put your finger in there, you can feel where the zipper starts. You want to make sure that you're right up against the edge of that and get a nice tight stitch, because you don't want that zipper coming loose, and you don't want a bunch of zipper showing when you can have almost an invisible zipper by stitching right close to the teeth of your zipper. So basically you're going to be doing like a 1/4 inch seam, because that's the basic width of the end of this zipper foot, is about 1/4 of an inch. Now this part where the head of the zipper might be a little awkward to work with, but just kind of go slow around it and it'll be fine. Okay, I back stitched, and then I'm going to cut my thread, and we're going to open that up and look at it. So you can see where I had a little bit where I had to go around the head of that zipper, and that's okay. I mean, nobody's going to be staring at your stitch from inside out when we turn the bag right side out. So that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to turn this bag right side out, and we have sewn one side of our bag to the zipper. So what I'm going to do is take my stabilizer piece of tape, and I'm going to set it to the side. So basically what we did was we have sewn, this is my outside of my bag, we have sewn one side of that zipper in the back. So I always like to press my stuff. You don't have to. If you don't want to, you can just give it a good finger press. If that's what you want to do, that's up to you. But I like to press my thing. So I'm going to press this. And then when I come back, we are going to do the same thing and attach this side of the zipper to the other side of our bag. And then I'll show you how to finish off the bag. All I did was I ironed that down real quick. And we're going to move on to our next step. So This part can be a little bit confusing if you've never done it before. So just take your time, go slow, and everything will be fine. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to sandwich this zipper in between the last two pieces, because we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side, but we don't need to tape this down because it's already sewn on this edge. So the first one we did, we had to tape it down because we didn't want it to move around. But this one, it's already sewn in there. So we're just going to line this zipper up with the edge right here on this edge. And I'm going to put a couple of little clippies here for just a few minutes until I put the second liner piece over the top. See, and I'm making sure that this piece and this piece, which are my outside piece, are facing each other. And this piece, which is my other liner piece, is facing this piece. Okay? So now, lining everything up, I'm just going to put these clips in along this edge. Make sure this tail right here, it lines up, and that's why on the other side I went ahead and pinned it, remember, so it didn't wiggle out of there, which is what I'm going to do right now, because I don't want that thing wiggling around. I don't want it to get back over here and messed up in my seam, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other side. I'm going to sew all the way down, and when I get done, then I'll show you how to finish the outside of the bag. Okay, so I just unpinned this, took the clamps off, and I'm going to turn it right side out. So these are the two sides from the first part of the zipper that we did, and these are the two on this side that I just sewed. So I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit, and then I'm going to iron it. And we're going to look at how to finish this bag off. Okay, so that's my liner side, and this is my outside. And now we're going to finish this off, and we're going to do it real easy. Because this is my outside, I'm going to take these two sides and put them right sides together, line up my corners, make sure everything is nice and neat and even. And remember, you have like a quarter of an inch here at the top, so it could wiggle around a little bit and not turn out even. So make sure that you look at it and play with the edges and the corners and make sure you get them nice and even. And I'm going to pin mine, put some little clippies on there in a couple places. So this is my zipper opening side, and you can see that I want to make sure that I get those ends in there. But I'm going to go ahead and pin this here. And when I sew, I'm not going to sew way out here on the edge. I'm going to sew a little bit further in so that I know I've gotten the tails of that zipper in. I'm going to go ahead and pin this right about here. And the same thing with this side. I'm going to come about right here. Give yourself a little bit of finger room to be able to get that zipper open. Matter of fact, let's just unzip it a little tiny bit so we can get our finger in there. Pin this right about here. Because I'm going to come in right around here and sew straight down. So basically all that's left to do for this bag is you're just going to sew straight edges on these 3 sides. And when you're done, clip your edges, or I am probably going to use an overcast foot and finish off the edge because it's for my grandson and I don't want a bunch of loose threads. Or if you have a serger machine, then use your serger. And then just turn it right side out and check it out. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I just sewed these 3 sides. Make sure that your material is cut to the width that you want it. Okay, so I am done doing the overcast stitch on the edge. Now, you might have to have a little person hand to help you with this, but I was able to get the zipper unzipped here, wrong side out. So I'm just going to turn this right side out. Make sure that I push the corners out there. I'm going to use the end of my scissors in just a second, but I clipped those corners so they should come out fairly easy. There, see, nice corner. Okay, got it. Okay, so look at that. Cute little bag with the zipper. And the best part is you can make it to match whatever you want to.
Well, I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If so, make sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up below so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Visit my website where you can find some really cool sewing and crafting tools. May your bobbin always be full, and I'll see you next time.